All right, how you guys doing? This is another episode of Bl3rd Talk, and we are in this bitch. We don't even know where we're at half of the time anymore. We're just places. All right, so today's episode is titled "Be Gentle." It's my first anime. We're gonna just talk about anime in general, but before we go into that, I promised Brandon I would tell him about this anime movie me and my beautiful, lovely wife just got finished watching called King of Thorn. So King of Thorn starts off as this anime that is like a horror survival apocalypse end of the world anime where a viral outbreak breaks over the world. They gotta put like 120 something people into cold sleep to find a cure. It's by the trailer. They wake up like hundreds of years later. Some kind of alien creatures are taking over the planet. It's a survival anime. And at first glimpse, like the first 30 minutes of this movie, it actually was that. And then it turns out it was all a dream. I was tight. Like the whole thing was like some kind of dream sequence. It wasn't even like it was real, but it wasn't. If you get what I'm saying. And the ending just left you so perplexed and confused with questions. It went from actually being a pretty exciting anime to being meh. So that's my experience with that anime movie. But what we're gonna talk about today is Beach with your first anime. So we're gonna talk about the animes you would recommend to people who are watching anime for the first time, and the ones you really wouldn't recommend to anybody. So let's go with that. Let's go start with Brandon. Brandon, what anime would you recommend to people if this was their first anime?
Out the bat,
Yes.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
First anime?
I feel like it would be a good pace because it starts off to get them into it. You know, people don't like to be thrown into any crazy shit too soon if this is their first anime. Like, you know, it starts off with a good story. You know, kid dies trying to save somebody, tries to get his body back, and then it throws you into some weird spirit detective shit. You know, think about it.
I mean, it doesn't really rush you into it. It kind of just, like you said, I wouldn't even say throws you into it. It just, I would say gently nudges.
Yeah, it gently nudges you into the weird shit, but nothing too bad.
All right. Okay. I can see. So that would be your first one. What about you, BB? What anime would you suggest to somebody on the first one up?
Maybe Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh.
Okay. I like Cowboy Bebop.
Coming out the gate.
Why? He came out the gate with that. Why? Why Cowboy Bebop?
It's a little bit of. It has some of everything, a little bit of everything for personalities that like adventure, that kind of just like to live life on the edge already, but who still like smart ass comments in the middle. That's my takeaway.
So, okay, cool. What about? So everybody agree with that? Cowboy Bebop. That's a good first time anime.
Yeah.
What about you, Jay? What anime would you suggest to people for their first time up?
I would say Metabots, since somebody already said Yu Yu Hakusho.
Metabots. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah, it's great little cartoon / anime, I would say.
Is where Banshee used to be set up.
Started in the
You know that
whole.
number after his name isn't
Well, I
in the
mean,
show,
other
right?
than like Pokemon or
Amanda's told me
Digimon,
he really has been rebooted
or
40
Zatch
times.
Bell, or
How can he remember anything at this point?
actual like starter animes.
Okay, so there's some people who really wouldn't consider Metabots an actual anime, and like, I mean, I kind of do because it is an actual anime, but some people who wouldn't because it appeared on Fox Kids or 4Kids in the morning, whatever TV show
It's
that
an anime.
was growing up.
Yeah, it's an anime.
That's like calling Yu-Gi-Oh a cartoon, but I mean, the same
Shit,
premise.
people do.
But Yu-Gi-Oh's too
But-
dark.
But Metabots is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
actually pretty good
It's
because it
extremely
actually has
dark.
an ending.
You're not wrong on that. Yeah, it does.
So like if you
Actual
tell somebody to
seasons.
watch Digimon or Pokemon, they're gonna be watching that shit till now. Metabots actually has a good like 2-3 seasons. Get in,
Not
get
tell
out.
nobody watch One Piece.
Yo, I was on a group
Metabots,
one
you
time
get
with a
in,
dude,
you get out.
and somebody actually bought it. He was like, so somebody suggested me watching the One Piece, and he pulled up
Oh
a
my
screenshot.
God.
It was like 1,054 episodes, and he was like, Yeah, I think I'm going to wait for that.
And all the movies
Like,
and the OV. Oh my god.
dude, there's like
God.
10 movies to the entire anime, bro. It's one of those things. It's just like, yo.
You don't look too
I
banged
mean,
up.
what is the other one? Okay, so for me, I would have to say Inuyasha. So it's simple. It doesn't get too detailed. It's a love triangle, but for the fact, as like Brandon said, it's an ending. It has an ending, and it's not. It's like if you combine the final act and the original, it's roughly about 220 episodes long. It has a good ending, a satisfying ending that doesn't leave you scratching your head, doesn't leave you kind of all over the place, and at the same time, it's kind of to the point. You know, demon kills dude, demon tricks dude and his girl. Dude wakes up with his girl's reincarnation. Now they go on this everlasting quest to kill this dude who always seems to change bodies. It's not that confusing. So I feel like Inuyasha is perfectly. I feel like Inuyasha is a perfect first time anime for people. So we want to get into animes we don't think are good first time animes. So, with that being said, who wants to go with this one? Brandon, what do you think is a bad anime to start people off with? Like, if you really want to just fuck someone off, but like, I just want to ruin everything about your experience. Watch
I
this
think I know.
shit.
I think I know what you're about to say. I think I know what you're about to say, but I'm gonna say it. One Piece.
The schematics for this.
I can't wait to. Nope. I was gonna go all the way left.
Okay. Like,
I spit out my drink.
If you start somebody on One Piece, you're not their friend because you're trying to take out all of their time. You don't care about their time. You don't care about their schedule. You don't care about what they have to do in life.
Eat, sleep, drink, One Piece.
Bro,
Yeah,
One Piece.
basically.
Hey, Jake, can you do this? Can you do the story with me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Bro, I'm crying. I spit out my drink when he said that. He went straight on One Piece. Just went straight at it. He was like, "Yeah, One Piece."
Very good.
That's all right. So One Piece. I
That
mean,
is
like,
a
don't get me
horrible
wrong,
thing
man.
to do to somebody.
Don't get me wrong. I like One Piece, but like I stopped at the Caesar Clown arc, which was like episode I think 7 or 600. And you got to think about like they're on episode like 11 something. That means like even if I wanted to pick this shit back up, that's literally 500 episodes. I gotta catch back up.
Starting somebody
And it's-
on One Piece is the equivalent to having someone who's never driven a car ever and then giving them a stretch Hummer H2.
I can't with you.
That's it. You don't care about their life. You don't care. You don't care what they're doing.
He's kind of right. You just telling them, you just making sure you just like go die.
Yeah.
Just go die real quick. All right. So okay. BB, what about you? What's a bad anime to start a person on?
Naruto.
Naruto?
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm actually really.
I would say
I can
Naruto.
see that.
I can see it, but like, what's your reasoning?
Same reason, kind of like One Piece, but it's long as shit. But it kind of jumps around for me. When I first started watching it, but that was years ago. When I first started watching it, it caught my attention at first. But after we kind of figured out that he was the golden child per se, it kind of started going downhill, jumping all over the place. He just was a kid trying to live his life, constantly getting killed. That shit kind of runs into the ground about that in the first 2 seasons. The fights are
All right.
cool, but the plot twist in the beginning the plot is not that catchy.
All right, okay. All right, so I can see that. I can see that. I would even want to add on to that by saying like after Shippuden, I felt like character development for like the other characters just like dropped, just straight dropped, and it to the point like when you like doing Naruto, there was like real character development for some of the characters, but like after Shippuden, I feel like a lot of the character development just straight fell off, and I'm not sure if anybody else would kind of feel the same way about that.
You mean in Boruto?
No, I'm talking about Naruto Shippuden. Boruto is just
You said
Boruto's
after.
just
You
ass.
said
We're not
after
even-
Shippuden.
Okay, I mean after the original Naruto in Shippuden. My bad. Thanks for correcting me. Like after the original
I was about to say,
Naruto,
if you-
like after this.
Oh, that's a slick way to talk shit about Boruto. I'm just saying shit like that. I was like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, we should do that. Like we just, we should do that. Like, hey man, yeah. So Boruto is straight ass, dude. We should just. Boruto
Yeah,
is
no, it'd
just
be like,
straight-
yeah, everything after Naruto Shippuden is just ass.
It's just ass. I'm down for it. Every ass. But no, I mean like, in the way they pretty much killed off Neji and some main characters, kind of didn't always sit right to me. So it's been one of those things. It's just like, yeah. So, all right, Jay, what about you? What anime would you definitely not start somebody off?
Boku no Pico.
This nigga.
Oh no!
This nigga.
No, you. If that's the first anime you put somebody on, you hate them. You hate them.
Look, I'm here
That's
to
just-
explain why. Oh my
You don't
God.
even know anyone who wants. Nah, that's just hate. That's just nightmare fuel. You're just like, you know what? I don't fucking like you at all. I'm just gonna hey, go watch this.
Have fun.
Yo, this man said Boku no Pico. I have a list actually of certain things I would never put somebody on first. But you got a point, man. Before I go on, how do I start this main mission, man? Because I have no idea how to get to the main quest. I'm trying to talk to
yeah.
people.
You go to your directory, go to quests.
All right, I'm on quest. I'm on the main quest. Yeah,
It's the main
I'm tracking
quest.
it. So do what?
What does it say?
It says complete activities including bounties, quests, strikes, and more to acquire. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna fucking.
What's your light level?
I don't know, it's
Gotta be
just-
770.
My light level is 754, so I guess I got to get to 770. So let's go to the EDZ again. All right, we just gonna go to the EDZ.
Go to a strike.
Yeah, let's go to a strike. All right. So for me, if I have to say, there's plenty of animes I definitely would not put somebody on first, and I would have to say the one that I think would be a bad idea to definitely put someone on the first one. There's a bunch of them, but I had to narrow it down. So I'm gonna give some honorable mentions. Is Blood C. Blood C is definitely.
Actually, I would
Yo.
put somebody on that first.
Why would you put somebody on Blood C, bro?
Because fuck them, that's why.
I can.
Okay, Dave. Evangelion. I would definitely not put somebody on that shit.
Oh
first.
my God.
Wait.
Bro. It's not even the fact that Evangelion is just that bad. Like if you have to be a fucking philosopher to understand some of its endings. And I say some because I think there's like 2 or 3. I know that there's 2 different endings I've seen, but I think there's actually more. Evangelion got more endings than the Fate series.
Oh.
The other honorable mention is Parasite the Maxim. I don't know if you ever
Really?
seen that one. Yes, I definitely don't think that's a good first anime for people. Like that shit was brutal. That shit was brutal. And then like you talking about animes that don't even care about if you like the character or not. Parasite is kind of up that high. You definitely not put people on Terraform Mars first.
Terraform Mars don't give a shit if you learn the character's name or not. Like,
Terraformers introduced you to a whole girl that died on the first episode. They made
Oh,
her
yeah.
seem like she was going to live
Backstory.
long and showed her backstory and everything and showed her getting ripped apart.
bruh, I love how they like show the person's ability, like they're gonna be the shit, and then like the next panel they get their head ripped off.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Agami Got Killed took their entire formula from Terraform Mars.
Well,
He's like, oh, they killing off their main characters?
I will say this: Akame Got Killed, the anime, horrible. The manga did it a lot better. It was a lot more tactful in the fucking manga.
You could have had more time to invest in the character too.
Yeah, and they like fleshed out more relationships. Like mine, the chick with the gun. In the anime, you wouldn't even believe she was dating Tatsunoko, whatever his name is.
The fucking big bro.
The guy who inherits in Curcio.
Oh
the
yeah.
main character.
What?
You would never believe.
Wait, they was
were in a
dating?
For an
relationship.
operation like this,
Yeah.
Zavala provides logistical
In
support.
the manga,
What?
it was in a
Sounds like
form.
it's
They
just
was in a
us this time
relationship.
around.
But in the anime,
The gun girl and
it literally, yeah. In the anime, it basically glossed over it
strike that's already running?
until like
Off to a
she
great
died,
start,
and then it made it seem like he was in
Mr.
love with her. I'm like, where the fuck did that come
We need to
from?
get further into the base.
Yo, I would be so mad. I gotta get too far in the manga if Agami got killed, cause like I was down on that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like usually once an anime comes out, I kind of stop reading the manga if I really invested in it. But I'm not gonna lie. I think I dodged a bullet on both of that. But damn,
The manga's good though. The manga, you feel it when she dies in the manga, but in the anime, it's like their relationship didn't even start. They like had one episode where they talked about it, and then that was it. She dead, and he's in love with her now.
the whole time he's like, I've watched you from the showers. Your body is great.
Like, my nigga, I know this motherfucking more than you. Like, you basically haven't even talked to her.
Oh man. All right. So my main anime that I would never tell a person to watch first is Madoka Magica. Now, I actually like Madoka Magica. I do. Madoka
Tank out
Magica.
of the way.
It's good. I actually like Madoka Magica, and it, you know what? It's actually a pretty good anime. But like, if you think it's one of those Sailor Moon-esque, Sailor Moon was pretty dark in itself, so that's probably a bad example. But if you think it was one of those animes that's like magical girl saving the world, super pretty, perfect, nah, it's not at all, and that shit gets mad dark, like mad dark after like the first few episodes, to the point that you're just like when like the first magic girl dies and she dies by literally getting her head eaten off by a witch. Yeah, that shit takes a full
I
on
went to the
turn.
lab too,
Like,
BB, I swear.
I had liked it because
Yo.
of that.
yo, I'll be sitting like, you have to understand, like, you thinking it's a good anime, you sitting there like, yeah man, this the shit, and like, and then next thing you know, like, girl gets her head eaten off, and you think she killed the witch, and you're like, yeah, she murked that motherfucker, then she get her head eaten off, you're just like, well then. And it's just one of those things, it's just one of those things, you just kind of like, oh my god.
We did it. And we
It's a good life
Oh.
lesson.
Yeah, don't trust shit because it looks pretty. But yeah, so that's for me. Now, for a little controversy one, what anime would you think sits in the middle of both of those? Like, it's probably a good first timer, not a good first timer, but it depends on the person. What anime would you say definitely fits that? I'm gonna kind of just go off the bat because we had an argument about this last time and say Full Metal Alchemist.
Which one though?
Brotherhood. I feel like Brotherhood is a good kind of, it could depends on the person, sits in the middle.
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
Like I think the original Full Metal Alchemist, and I think the original animated version of it, not the manga, because Brotherhood is actually based off the full-on manga. The original animated version of it was a bit more suspenseful, and it actually left you a lot. But like Brandon kind of mentioned it with mine for Agami Got Killed, is Maze Hughes lived longer in the original anime, the first one. He lived longer in the first one. So it gave you more time to be attached to him. Whereas in Brotherhood, I think he dies in like the second chapter. And he doesn't even get much screen time before he actually dies.
Y'all know the nigga died.
Cabal usually like to be found.
You guys know ordinary Rhino.
I mean, why y'all playing around? Kill this nigga.
Those weapons have served good people.
Well, that's the thing. Like Brotherhood is slightly. I like Brotherhood better than I think the original one. But if I was to go for a suspense, like a suspenseful story, the original anime, like the one that they made when the manga wasn't completed, definitely has like a more mystery suspense to it.
Yeah.
But
Brotherhood is
But the problem
Full Metal Kai.
Full Metal
I can't
Guy.
It is. It's like a ramped up version of the anime, but like it gets to the scenes quicker. It gets to the action quicker.
Yo, he ain't wrong, man. They got to the point fast as fucking. Like, you didn't find out the Fuhrer was a homunculus until like damn near the end of the anime. Like after dude done fought Greed, met Dante and everything. You didn't find out fucking the Fuhrer was a homunculus until after all of that. Man, you find out the Fuhrer is a whole homunculus in like episode 25.
The opening credits, right?
Yeah, like
the opening credits.
It hasn't been opening credits fighting League, and it is like, wait, what? Like, they not even trying to hide this shit. Like, they revealed Father and they revealed the entire backstory of everybody. Like, it turns into a B-rated action flick after like season 4.
Shit's so lit though.
It is a pretty good anime. Like, but like, I personally think it would be good for a first timer at all times. Like, I don't think the concept of alchemy is hard to understand. Some people differ. But,
Go ahead, say my name,
oh
bitch.
shit. Go ahead, say mine. But what about you guys? What anime do you feel like teeter-totters on good anime, bad anime?
Bleach.
Really? Bleach is your all-time favorite. I was not expecting
Bleach,
you to say all that.
Yeah, Bleach. But if we're going in the middle, then Bleach. Because I wouldn't expect someone who's
Inside the ship again.
not into anime to automatically like Bleach. It's way too much.
How? Bleach is how is Bleach too much? It's a dude throwing energy waves out of his sword. I don't understand how that's a difficult concept to get aboard.
You'd be
Once
surprised.
you go in depth though.
Yeah, like, cause I mean, the first season of Bleach, yeah. But once you get into the Zanpakutos and like the Sarate and shit like that, I can see people becoming lost. It's a lot.
But the thing about it though is like they don't just drop that on you. It takes time to get to that part.
They do a 180. What we talked about last time? This nigga ain't used spirit tape since he stepped into the Sarate. Everything you learned watching the first episode of Bleach is gone.
I mean,
I don't even think.
I mean, I wouldn't even say that's a 180. That's just inconsistency in writing, though. I mean, you can't say that's the same thing as like a full 180, though.
Answer me this: after Ichigo goes to the Sarate, when's the last time you saw Shinigami do their job of collecting a soul?
You right. You right. You right. I'm not gonna even argue. Yo, that's a hell of a point. Don't die, BB. Don't die, BB. BB about to die over here.
Don't play with me with this. Like, I pay attention.
Yo, I hate you, yo.
I've been watching the Mount arc like, damn, he's been to work in a couple years. They just gave up.
Like, nigga, when's the last time you killed the Hollow, my nigga?
When's the last time they clocked in at work?
Now comes the elephant.
Like they said, their jobs are to collect souls. And even if they want to do some shit and be like, all right, well, not all the Soul Reapers do it, then what the fuck was Rukia doing down there?
Rukia did what she went to go do. She was looking for some human dick, dude. That's what happened. Rukia was down there looking for some dick. She was like, I wonder how it feels. I wonder how a human feels.
She was on a chair.
Let me have pretty fun.
Dog, she was on the 11 squad chair. Like, even if they were like, well, you know, these people are the military back to fight stronger hollows. Everybody lower level is the one collecting souls. What the fuck is Rukia doing there?
She was on vacation.
She was on something. She was on a
dick on. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. She said double wide surprise. God damn. Alright. Anybody else? So Brandon dropped his Bleach. What about y'all guys? What do you guys think? You got an anime that sits between good and bad, or y'all got no opinions on this one?
I ain't got no opinion.
Alright, what about you, baby?
It's hard because I like it, but when I think about it, Assassination Classroom.
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay. I
'Cause
can,
it's
I can see how I can see that.
It starts off you thinking, okay, it's first of all it's dope as shit. You get all these badass kids trying to kill this unkillable alien, but
Well, I wasn't he wasn't an alien. He was like a scientist who just
Yeah,
turned himself to be like that. Yeah,
yeah,
he was human at one. Yeah.
and then turn around and just destroy. Something happened with the science with one of his experiments, turned him into
He
pretty
blew
much
up
like
half
a.
the moon.
Yep. But it's very. It starts off you thinking like, okay, he's just this evil guy, and they're just all sent to kill him and save the world, and that's the only way they can pass. I don't know if it's to graduate or if they just need to pass to the next level. I can't remember. Anyway,
Pakistan is here.
after that, as they see, he's actually there to teach them real life lessons, and he actually turns out to be the good guy, and nobody ends up wanting to kill him. But it starts off good, but then it loses track a little bit. But it mainly shows you what's the old saying about a book in the cover? Oh, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its
Yeah.
cover. I mean,
I think that's stupid because that's
pretty
what
much
covers are for.
Shut up, Brandon. Shut
That's
up,
what the back
Brandon.
of the book is doing there.
I was about to say
It's called a
because
summary.
summary in the back of the book, you know.
This motherfucker. He's like, that's what the cover is for. What are you guys smoking crack? I judge every book by its cover, sir. Brandon just went full Karen on us. We're not having this shit.
Is that another reference I need to understand?
You know what? I'm not even surprised that you don't understand. I just don't care no more.
Oh, that's no fun.
But no, I mean, like, I like Assassination Crafting, but I can see what you're saying. Like, it definitely has its moments that I see what you're talking about, where like there are moments like you don't understand what's there's a lot going on with that anime, so it could actually be to what you was talking about, like, damn, what's going on? And the thing about the anime is, like, especially if you're watching the Japanese, like the Japanese English dub version, not the English dub, the Japanese, the English subtitles, if you miss like one paragraph, you lost in the entire anime. Because when they actually get into the story, he be saying a lot of shit that's like key to the plot that if you're not paying attention to, you're just gonna miss.
Right.
So I see what you're saying. All right, so that's all on this topic today, guys. So this has been an episode of Bl3rd Talk, and we talked about today animes that will be good and bad for first-time viewers, and a little bit of ones of your mixed feelings. Let us know how you feel. Everybody says bye.
Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.